Peace Seeker. Welcome to the Awakening Her podcast. I am so grateful that you've been led here, and I'm excited for you that you're answering the call to manifest more magic in your life by mastering the law of attraction. So cool. My name is Talia, and I'm committed to cutting the fluff and showing you exactly how to manifest more excitement, ease, success, abundance, confidence, love, and anything else you've been craving. So if you're ready to crack the code on manifestation, amplify your intuition, and play in the quantum, we are now besties. Let's do this. Hello. Welcome back to the Awakening Her podcast. How's it going, friends? How are you doing today? I hope you're hydrated. I hope you're rested. I hope you're feeling well. And I am excited that you are here. So today, this is a call out. This is for and about starseeds, old souls, light workers, these types of things. We are diving in deep. I know it's going to be a guided episode, if you know what I mean. Definitely some messages coming through. And this is kind of like the episode about you're here for big things. I just put out a call to anyone who is going to click on this, who this resonates with, who's curious, or maybe you're like, hell yeah, I know I'm a starseed, or maybe you're just, dipping your toes, whatever the case. I'm so excited you're here, and we are going to dive in. So first of all, I'm going to give my explanation. And for any of you that are new here, when I say channel, when I say my team, I channel what I call my team of light, and they give me guidance. Sometimes I go into direct channeling, basically every single thing that I teach. It's for 2:22 as I'm recording. That's hilarious. Basically everything I teach is through them. Of course, I've been a student of this. I've been studying the law of attraction since I was 14, and Wayne Dyer came to me when I was in my teens, and I've been studying this stuff for a long time. But my channel is what gives me the how it works type of information. So I encourage you to just listen, see if it resonates with you, and that's just kind of what I'm talking about when I'm saying that. So first, old soul, what that means, what my perspective on that is basically, you are a soul going through a temporary human experience right now. So the soul is the bigger part of you. It has numerous lifetimes, just like you have days in this lifetime. There's tons of days in your life. There's tons of lifetimes to your soul. And you've been through all different lifetimes. You've been men and women and this and that. Probably had ones that turned out great, ones that weren't so great. And I love to dive into that stuff for curiosity's sake, but I truly believe that the point is also to be here now. And so when you get to the point where you're an old soul, you do have stuff from previous lifetimes and you have lessons and all that. But again, almost what's more important, and it doesn't mean don't explore that shit. It's so fascinating and it explains so much. But the more important part for us, especially when it comes to manifestation and that kind of thing, is to more step into what our soul intends for this lifetime and what we came here to do and what we came here to be and all of that. So when you are an old soul, I forgot I'm defining old soul, you have lived many, many, many lifetimes. And how I see it, to the best of my understanding, we start off as new souls. So our soul is somewhat birthed or born or intended, or however you want to say it. And we live lots of lifetimes. And in every lifetime we learn and we grow. And just like in this lifetime, you're a kid, and then you're a teenager, and then you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, beyond, all the way up until you're a very old person, while you become an old soul. So your life lessons shift and change as you grow through. And some younger souls that you may be experiencing in your life now, they're pretty they're never open to things like spirituality. They might actually ironically be really religious, but it's really about the right and the wrong. And it's almost like it's not spirituality, it's religion. But when people are younger souls or teenager souls, they might be sort of destructive and catty until the day they die, no matter how old they are. They may hold on to that grudge or have that more stubborn energy, and we've all done that. We've all been there. But as you get to be an older soul, you become more interested in really the meaning of life and these things, why you're here. And that mimics an old person maybe in your life, right? Maybe how your grandma or your grandpa or older people have such sage advice because they literally have learned so much. It's you better listen up. I always ask older people that are married, I'm what is is the key to, 60 years of marriage or whatever. It's neat to hear what they say because they have that wisdom. As you become an older soul, even when you're 20 in this lifetime, you're 20 or you're 30 or you're 60, you have this innate wisdom. And sometimes there's kids that just come out and say like, the most wise stuff, or they have a deeper understanding. And those are often older souls. So basically, whatever age you are right now, when you're drawn to spirituality, like if you found your way to the show and my teachings and my style, this is like knee deep spirituality stuff. You are definitely an old soul, no doubt about it. Even if you feel like this lifetime has been a mess and you haven't been wise, it's fine. That's not really what it's about. It's the deeper recognition where something deeper is leading you to like the truth of life, how to master yourself, how to truly create more joy and bliss and peace. And that, my friend, that's the personality, that's the path of the old soul. So you definitely are an old soul. And basically what it means is your soul has lived. It's hard to quantify or say in numbers, but it feels like lots of hundreds, like maybe thousands. It's really hard to tell how many lifetimes, but when you become an older soul, you become interested more in living a life of purpose, being authentic, being in integrity. And then when you're here now as a human, chances are this lifetime, your hugest lesson and what will lead to your manifestations, it's about transformation. It's about becoming. And I know that like the phoenix from the ashes or the butterfly, those things resonate with you because it's about transformation for you. And that is, you do get to have the abundance or the success or whatever it is you want, but it's going to come through that inner path, which you already know. You've already been into self-growth. So, okay, that's a word about old souls is you become older, you become just a little bit, you feel a little bit different from the rest of the world because on Earth right now, we have a lot of what I see is like teenager to 30s type souls where we're still very much in our ego. There's a lot about power and money and status and, combat, and we're working on it. But there is a reason why you're here. I'm going to put a pin in that for a second because that combines with what I'm going to talk about with starseeds. So we'll bring those together. So a starseed is a soul. And by definition, what I'm seeing right now is they're saying like, yeah, it's always an old soul, I guess. A starseed would naturally be an old soul because of the way it works. But a starseed, I think so, most of the time anyway. That's just what I get right now. So a starseed is a soul that was not born on Earth. A soul that didn't do their first lifetime on Earth would be a starseed. You were created in another place. So characteristics of starseeds, and of course you can look this up. You'll see Google definitions and lots about this. But the way that I see it is starseeds often literally don't feel like they belong here. This is where it gets deeply personal for me because it's literally the dark side of my life is like trying to be human. It's hard. And that can be because we're literally not from here. So we often come with this feeling of like, it's hard to fit in. Sometimes it's because we're extra sensitive or things just are heavier. Things impact us more. Not that every sensitive person is a starseed, but these are just some of the traits is this literal feeling of like, I am not from here. Sometimes it's this disbelief in like how humans can be so cruel or how we just don't get it. And we have a deeper understanding often. Again, it's not all of these, but it's a combination. Starseeds often have a deeper understanding of nature. So like the healing power of grounding yourself or the elements or herbs and organic food or nutrition. It's this more grounded approach usually, even if your career is something that is like, completely normal, you might have this fascination for herbs or nutrition or, understanding the healing part of this earth. So you may have a completely normal career, quote unquote, normal, meaning it doesn't seem super spiritual or whatever, but in no matter what you do, you're here to make a difference. So you have this thing of wanting to be like the best elementary school kid teacher or cop or therapist or whatever it is you are. And you may feel called to be like a healer, a coach, a, nutrition consultant that helps people with things. So you want to help in no matter what you're doing. doing. Even if you picked a conventional career, there's this deeper thing behind wanting to make an impact and wanting to leave the workplace a better place, or wanting to make a difference within the corporate job, or something like that is often a trait of a starseed. Another one is starseeds often have a fascination with space. So if you can get lost in the galaxies, if you can look up at the stars and feel like you're looking up at home, feel this weird familiarity, maybe you're just really interested in space and how it works. And if you have that type of connection, it's almost like if you know, you know, that is usually a starseed. We have this longing. And I remember one of the first times I had a starseed experience, like an activation, I was actually looking up at the sky and I got this overwhelming feeling that it made me break down into sobbing tears. It was this whole thing. It was nuts, but it started by literally looking up and being like, I am not from here. I want to go home. And it was this crazy experience. So if you felt that, or a deep fascination for the stars, this could also be, of course, astrology. It's just feeling so comfortable and, curious about the cosmos and about the physical universe. But I want to give you a little bit deeper of a perspective on why or how that works. So you often do quite a few lifetimes in other planetary systems, wherever you were born, different planets, different star systems, different dimensions, and you'll do a bunch of life experiences. And for a lot of them, because you're an older soul, this happened quote unquote a long time ago, even though time and space, don't get me started, but it happened a long time ago. So like where I'm from, that star system literally no longer exists. It was blown up in a catastrophe. So I literally have no soul home. And that can happen where something happens, or we choose to leave where we originally came from and we spend time in another star system. So just like if, say, you were born in England and then your parents moved to Italy and then you moved to the US, you would have different parts of those places within you, right? You would have different heritage, maybe memories, culture, maybe language, the way you say things, whatever, from those different places. So you could be a starseed that was born in a certain place and then migrated over and spent a lot of time in another place before coming to Earth. And that could be, a combination of what you're here to do, or that it basically creates why you came to Earth, is you came with different knowledge from these different places, came to Earth. So I'll get to that in a second. So your soul, if you're a starseed, didn't originate here. You literally feel like you're not from here. You feel like it's hard to human, it's hard to Earth. You came here to make a difference, and you have this deeper longing. And sometimes we have a deeper longing for home. We have a deeper longing for source, for more. It can feel a little bit empty being human, but that comes into the spiritual assignment as well, enjoying your time while you're here and really making the most of this life experience, which is also why you're called to things like manifestation. But beyond the lifetime that you came here to create, which I'll get there in a second, as a starseed, you came here right now. How I see it, how my channel shows me, is like Earth is going through a lot, right? As I said, there's a lot of teenager souls, a lot of 25, 30-year-old souls that are still fighting about things, and we need to evolve. It's become critically important for humans to evolve if we are going to make it, really. And we have the potential of being a more advanced society because Earth is still fairly new. So we really need to go through a giant awakening as a planet, basically. So you have been put here, and in that, you were meant to awaken now. You're meant to aid in that global awakening. Whether you're a starseed or an old soul, same. You are meant to spread your art, to spread your light, to spread your positivity, your humor, your unique perspective, your depth, your empathy, your compassion. No matter what you do as a job, you are here to spread that, which is why you're called to that deeper meaning, again, starseed or not, because both have really important roles. So it's sometimes hard to know unless you can get readings with the Akashic records, or if you feel into the things I'm saying. If you've always felt like you're not from here, I invite you to go deeper. But whether you are an old soul that's been on Earth a lot, or from somewhere else, you're here on purpose. And this is why you feel a calling to make a difference. This is why it's like you search for the deeper meaning of things, because you are literally here for the deeper meaning of things. And that is for you and for all of us. So defining starseeds, defining old souls, getting that idea of like why we're here, why we're doing this. It's really important right now for you to step into that. So what does stepping into that mean, right? This is where we come back to why I'm all about manifest from the inside, not just the program, the concept. It starts inside you. So part of what's going on here is, as a human, we live and play within the cosmos. So as we're here as a human, we are in this matrix, this simulation, but there are universal laws going on. Reality is much more malleable than we've been led to believe. And on a soul level, we know that. On a soul level, we're infinite. We have huge dreams. We know we can manifest them on that bigger level. We truly live in unlimited potential on that bigger level. But you come into being a human, and from the second you're born, you're told you can't do that, and you're limited for this, and money's hard, and people break your heart. And we start going through very real shit, very real trauma, very real disappointments, and we slowly forget that unlimited nature. But that drive to self-growth, that drive to spirituality, that drive to the something more in life, that is your soul calling you toward that highest expression, so you can fully wake up, so you can fully manifest and realize this life that you are meant to live. And also because when you do that, it's contagious to other people. You light up your neighbor's life, your sister, your friend is asking, like, what are you doing? You're feeling better. You're sharing. You're maybe starting a business, or it's amplifying your business, or you're bringing it into being a teacher, being a doctor. You're bringing it into your life and enriching others, helping in the awakening. So it is about your life, and it is about you transforming and you stepping into everything you're meant to be. And it's also for all of us. We all need that. And in this lifetime, I don't know about you, but lately there's been this energy of urgency. And that manifests on the human feeling like, oh my God, like time waits for nobody. Like we need to do this. We need to master this experience and do the thing that you came here to do. Make that inspiration, make that light radiate out to other people. So maybe it's writing your book. It's really making sure that you're living in abundance, and so you can live more and experience more of life. Or maybe it's healing something, or, manifesting a home for yourself or a partner. The time is now, and it comes through in this deeper experience. It comes through realizing that you are the deliberate creator. You have come long and far, and you have picked up so much wisdom on a deeper level, and all of that is waiting to be awakened. So if you are a starseed, or you think you are, or you're definitely an old soul if you're here, your life is meant for big things. But those big things, it means inside first. It means big within you, believing in yourself, becoming that version of you that loves yourself, that shows up for yourself, that believes in your dreams. That you who continues breaking through those personal barriers and into new levels of self-love and belief and magnetism and joy, and going after what you came here for, the way you came to feel, the ease you desire, the peace you desire, the abundance you desire. It is meant for you, which is why you know that. And if you've been frustrated with manifestation techniques and stuff that haven't fully worked, it's because they are a partial truth. It's true, you have to think better thoughts and your vibration. But when you understand being here as an old soul, you're meant for this transformation. It's your biggest calling. It's your biggest opportunity, because life is so sweet on the other side, and it gives that extra motivation. It is about the money and the this and the that, but it's not. It's about fully stepping into who you came here to be. And that is the journey that you're on. That is the true journey that you're on. So the other thing I want to say is, as an old soul, starseed or not, I touched on this a minute ago, it's going to feel hard to humans sometimes. And I don't like to indulge in this story too much, because it can hold me back personally to be like, being a human's hard. Like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. Like, this is hard. I have so much to give, but I still have to live in this 3D and the body and the this and the that. I have a pain journey and I have stuff that I've been through, and it's like, it's hard. It really is. If it's a struggle for you to be human and have so much depth, I get you. Like, I really do get you. I don't necessarily feel like I'm cut out for this world, but I know that I'm here to do big things. And as much as the big things are out there and like, let's hit 200,000 downloads and, let's sell books and let's, make a legacy. I've realized more and more and more that it's like, oh, it's me first though. That's the transformation. That's the continual thing that we are going for that actually ends up creating what it is we want on the outside. Does that make sense? It's like you realize over and over, like, you are the deliberate creator. You are worthy. You are source consciousness experiencing itself. You do play in unlimited possibility, but can you believe that? Because whether you can or you can't, you're right? Whoever it was, Einstein or whoever, Buddha, Yoda, someone said that. And it's true. If you think you can't, you can't. So I want to say, I feel you. This life experience can be hard. It's dense. There's money and debt and status and people and pressures and comparison and Instagram and all the things all the time. It is tough. But I want to remind you that it starts within you. Start connecting to a deeper place inside you. Spend some time in quiet, in slowing down, in meditation, learning how to take care of you just as much and more than the next fancy manifestation, technique to do, or how to write about it in your journal. Like, none of that can override if you're not feeling okay inside, if you're not here on your personal evolution, because that's what your soul truly came here to do, is to walk that journey from frickin' ashes to flying or whatever it is, from the mud to the lotus. And that is the journey you're on. And I see you in that because I'm on that journey too. And it does start in here. It's an inside journey. Joy, abundance, happiness. It's an inside job. And if you feel me on this and you want to go on a 12-week journey to really dive into what this means, mind, body, and soul, I invite you into Manifest from the Inside. It's got everything from somatic videos, meditations, beautiful workbooks, audio trainings, and live calls, live support. It's a beautiful portal of transformation and manifestation. So it's going to be really good. I invite you in. The link is below. And that's all I got for you today. If you're a Starseed, if you're an old soul, namaste, friend. I see you, and namaste to everybody listening. And I love you. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to the Awakening Her podcast, your go-to for real life manifestation. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening from. Reviews really help the show. You can also find me after the show on Instagram at Talia Joy Manifestation. And listen, love, I know that you are ready to stop spinning your wheels and hustling and doing a bunch of stuff, and you're ready to make the money you want to make, to feel the way you want to feel. And if this is the case for you, then you are absolutely in the right place. I'm so excited. And if you're ready to jump into the implementation, you can check out On the Path. The link is below. Remember, all manifestation starts on the inside. I'll see you in the next episode.